Welcome back, race fans, to Rauscher Racing Weekly. I'm Evan Rauscher, driver 07. And right now, as you can tell, it's kind of dark out. Right now, it's Friday night, and we were about to leave, and we got the call from Big Valley Honda saying that our engine parts came in. So we made a quick run there real fast to pick them up and headed over and got the car all ready. So right now, we're just finishing up putting new studs in the head because we had a little head leak last weekend. So hopefully this will fix everything, and tomorrow hopefully I get a good pill number so I'm not really in the very far back, and hopefully the new car rips. Hey guys, so we just got done with pill draw. We just signed in a little bit ago. I pilled pill number 72, so that's probably gonna put me out in like middle to later group. And right now, after you guys know, we have the rear tires off. We're just making some tire adjustments and changing different compounds, because last weekend we changed the tires for the track for the main event because it was really abrasive and dry. So we put harder compounds on across the back. But right now for qualifying, I put 2 new tires on for the rear, so hopefully the car will work with this new chassis. But right now I actually just have to finish adjusting the front end, how we got told to set up for like a baseline setup. So hopefully we go out for qualifying and do better than what we have been in the LPR. But I don't know, QRCs are not really my strong suit. I don't really like them as much as I do LPR, but hopefully just for like these next 3 races, or at least to the end of nationals, this car will handle pretty good.
What does the adjustment do that you're making right now?
So right now with the front end, the car normally works like an X. So if you raise up the left front, it will put more weight on the right rear, and vice versa. So right now it's kind of set up to make the car have drive off the corner.
How it starts. T-Money is at the racetrack to watch her uncle race this weekend. And this is how racing starts for the family. Just coming to the track and hanging out and playing with the cars. Just checking out his setup. Making sure he's good to get on the track. Is he good to go, T-Money? He's gonna check out the setup. There she goes. Heck yeah. Papa, I need one. are you doing, Evan?
Changing tires. At least trying to.
That is a tire band. It helps put the tire on. Sometimes these little tires are hard to put on the wheel. Why do you let the air out?
We do that so the valve actually doesn't stretch the band out.
Like you're really on the flat, you ran into the trailer.
we just got done with the heat race. Was not very fast. The car handled a bit better, not as loose, but now we're tight getting in and loose coming off. So right now we're gonna fix that, and my car still was really boggy coming off the bottom. So we pulled the spark plug and we were really fast, so we're now changing the jet to a smaller size to lean it out. But there was enough cars for a B main, so of course, you know, I'm always in the B main, so hopefully we can just transfer out of it and go on to the A. Over the shop. Money, be careful, baby.
You can't do anything while I'm in here.
Welcome back, race fans. Right now we just got back from the points race number 10, the Vern Wheeler Memorial Race. And I'm going to run you through like my A main. So we made a lot of progress throughout the night, starting from off where we qualified at. The car was just super loose in qualifying, was just really bad. And then for the heat race, made a huge adjustment. And it helped out quite a bit, but was still like tight on entry but then loose coming off, so it was really hard to drive. I'm not used to driving a super tight car. So then we made even more changes to the A main, and the car felt pretty good. The Spitfire does not like to be driven like the LPR does, so it was weird trying to learn how to get into the corner and stuff. But after I got that down, kind of held my own. I think I started running down to 5 a little bit, and then some cautions came out, and off that restart, I knew I was going to be starting on the bottom, and I knew the 11M on the outside of me was going to get a pretty good start, because normally the outside just gets a way better start. Like, if you're not on the front row on the bottom, and you're restart on the bottom, though, you're kind of, you don't really have any luck on the restarts, you know? So, my whole plan was just to slide him, and got a decent start to keep up with him, and I slid him. Was actually pretty good, but then that allowed the 5 to cross him and me up, and going down in the next corner, he slid me, and I got on the brakes a little bit, went to go drive underneath him, but didn't really get the drive I needed, and in the next corner I should have slid him back to break his momentum, but instead I was just kind of trying to play it conservative, and I didn't know if it would be like later cautions or whatever. But then in a lap later, I go into turn 1 and 2, and the car just gets too loose on me, and I end up like half spinning, which allows 11M to get back by me for the final transfer, and I did not get to transfer the A main. But overall, it was a pretty good night, if we're talking about progress, because we made quite a bit of progress from qualifying. But besides that, hopefully coming up on the end of the season, I can get this setup figured out. So our plan this week is just to come back and scale the car. I'm getting help from Pete Johnson now to set up my car, so hopefully with him helping me out, I'll be able to become fast in this QRC Spitfire. But we're going to come back and scale the car, and hopefully come back next week and be a lot better off.
Welcome back, race fans. I am Kim Rauscher, and this is Mom's Corner. We are hot off points race number 10, Vern Wheeler Memorial. Evan did a great job. He finished both races, so that's kind of where we're at. Qualifying was a little hairy. It is a new chassis, so we always joke about people who spin out during qualifying, and Evan did it twice. So it was a nice little chuckle for all of us there at the track. We've only got a couple races left. We are closing out the winter season here in just a couple of weeks. And then we'll end that with the West Coast Nationals. So that will be the weekend of the 17th, 18th, and 19th. So we are super excited about that. I think Evan did really good this past weekend. He is really learning how to tell his crew chief what's going on. So he can tell us how the car is acting when it gets in the corner, how it's acting when it gets off the corner, what he thinks it is. Mom's thrown her 2 cents in there. I honestly think that the cylinder being nickel sealed has something to do with the jetting. We have always jetted Evan's car and just left it. We don't have to change it too much. I think that the nickel seal has played with that, so he almost acted like his car was a little fat. So we're playing with the carburetor. this week. So they're going to be making some changes there and trying out a different carburetor and seeing if that helps, and trying to clean up the one we do have. You got to keep those clean, especially with all the dust in there. So that's what's going on in the shop. As a mom, I want to go ahead and talk about what's very important for me for racing is safety. So I thought I'd show you guys just a little bit of what safety equipment that we do have and what keeps us going. A couple weeks ago, you got to see Evan stopped on the front stretch. We didn't know what was going on, but his belts had come loose. So he had called over an official, and then once he gets done, they kind of tell him where to go. He gets his spot back. He doesn't get his spot back, but safety issues is very important to them. So if you stop on the track, call over an official, and it is a safety concern, then they do give you your spot back. But a way that they can tell that is to tell you where to go is this little doodad right here. This is a receiver. Most of the tracks run these. It is a one-way radio. The tower can talk to you, but you can't talk to the tower. They tell you, hey, 07, you need to go to the back, or 07, get in place, or whatever it may be. If you are black flagged, they yell that over the radio as well. Like, you're done, you need to get off, you had your 2 spins, and they can hear that all through here. Like I said, most of the tracks have these, and it helps out so that the driver knows where they're going, what they're doing, and all of that. So, Evan wears headphones, or sometimes he has speakers in his helmet so he can hear what they're saying. It just depends. The speakers are kind of broken right now. This is the helmet. This is new to Evan. He got it fairly recently. I think last race season at Cycleland, he got to use it for the first time. These are important to keep up to date. They have ratings on all of their equipment. So all of their race equipment has dates on it. And tracks are supposed to check that kind of stuff. They're supposed to check the dates. So if the date is past due, you need to have new seat belts, new helmet, all that kind of stuff. So it just keeps you safe, keeps you up to date. The boys got their new helmets, like I said, last race season. So, and then one other item is this little doohickey, which is a hybrid. So there's a couple different things you can use with these kind of things. There's a couple different brands, I should say. Hybrid is the Simpson one. There's those dates I was talking about right here. They should always be checked when you're at the track. There is the hybrid. There's also the Hans device. Racing fans may remember Dale Earnhardt Sr. Hit the wall during the Daytona 500, and he did not have a Hans device. Hans device were very new at that time. They weren't required. He snapped his head forward and broke his neck. So very shortly thereafter, like the next race, they had to wear a Hans device or something like that. So this attaches to Evan's helmet. The belts go over it, and these right here attach to the helmet so his head cannot snap forward. And then if he's in an accident, he needs to get out really quick, he can pull the green cords and release the helmet so he can get out. So this just attaches to him, wraps around, and buckles to him in the front. We've raced both. He had a Hans device. It was very important for him. He saved money and bought this. You can't put a price tag on the cost of your life. So having updated safety equipment is always very, very important. That's the race suit, the shoes, the hybrid or Hans device, helmet. All of those are very important in our racing. As Evan gets older, a lot of the kart tracks don't require you to wear a suit. It is very important for us that he does. We have seen somebody catch on fire in a kart. He did burn his arm, had to go to the hospital. So it can happen. So we try to keep, them on that. I have negotiated. He doesn't have to wear gloves anymore. I wish he would, but he has decided against that. But these are all very important things, and I thought I'd show you guys what they were all about and how we keep our boys safe out there on the track. That is it for this week. 2 races left. We have points race number 11 and points race number 12. And then in 3 weeks, the West Coast Nationals. So we're winding down for the winter season and getting ready for summer and what that looks like for us. Evan has decided that he doesn't want to race Cycle Land for points. He is going to race a couple times a month so he can try other ventures. He is enjoying high school, so he's just trying to see the great outdoors. He wants to travel. He wants to check out a couple different tracks. So we have our fingers crossed with the way things are looking right now that we get to travel to a couple of different tracks this summer. Everybody, make sure you tune in every Wednesday, 10 a.m. CSTV on Roku. You can definitely follow us at Rauscher Racing on Facebook and follow all of our YouTube videos at Rauscher Racing.